Hello, my friends. My name is Harold, and welcome to the Sanctum. We should be moving on to the next episode in the series on the zodiac signs, where we'll be looking now at the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Now, as I've always informed you in every video, when I'm talking about a particular zodiac sign, I'm not necessarily talking about you. I'm specifically talking about the archetypal energy of that particular sign. So in this case, I'm talking about the archetypal energy of Sagittarius. So if your sun sign is in Sagittarius, I'm not necessarily talking about you. So Sagittarius, first of all, is a mutable fire sign. So we are now completing the triad of fire signs. When we've spoken about Aries in the past, which is of course cardinal fire, and then we spoke about Leo, which is fixed fire, and now we've come to the third fire sign, which is of course mutable fire, and that is Sagittarius. And of course, I've already mentioned how cardinal is the beginning, fixed is the middle, and mutable is towards the end. So in this case, you can see that Aries is the spark. If you take a lighter, it's that sound, that grindstone sound, that chick, 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 the sparking sound that brings something to light, that lights a particular flame. The constant flow of that light, like a flame that is now on, like a candle flame that's burning, is of course that fixed fire, that of Leo. And now the fire has died down, and it's the embers that are left over, which is symbolic of the Sagittarian energy, because it means that the light has gone down. However, the light is still there, and from those embers new light can now emerge. So what is this light that Sagittarius represents? Sagittarius is a sign of truth. Sagittarius is associated with truth. So this is the light that the embers symbolize. And it is the light that Sagittarius likes to share. Truth. And how does Sagittarius do this? By teaching. So it is the sign of teaching. It is the sign of knowledge and experience and wisdom. So you can see that Sagittarius, first of all, the avatar associated with Sagittarius is the centaur holding a bow and arrow. So it's half human and half beast, in this case a horse, and is holding a bow and arrow. Oftentimes the bow and arrow is focused towards the sky, sometimes focused behind. So when it's focused towards the sky, it's the direction that particular energy wants to flow, meaning towards the sky, celestially, transcendence in that way, right? But it's also the sign of optimism, the sign of enlightenment, and the sign of philosophy, right? And of course, the word philosophy is philos, or they're lover, lovers of wisdom. Sophia. Sophia is the goddess of wisdom. So philosophia is lovers of wisdom. Philosophy, right? So philosophers are associated with the zodiac sign of Sagittarius in this way. So because Sagittarius is associated with teaching, to teach, this requires knowledge and experience. And Sagittarius is of course half horse. So the horse's legs are associated with travel and journeying. Whereas Gemini is short distance travel, Sagittarius is associated with long distance travel, right? And more than the actual destination, Sagittarius is more concerned with the journey itself, the enjoyment, the experience gained from that journey. And that experience gained from the journey leads to a gaining of knowledge. which leads to experience, which leads to the ability to teach through the actual understanding of the truths that Sagittarius has gained through the experience of those journeys, of those traveling, of those long distance traveling. Yeah. So it is also the sign of prophecy. The reason why I say it's a sign of prophecy is not prophecy as in psychic prophecy, but more forecasting. So what I mean by that is the ability to make a prediction through analysis of past information. Right. So it is also the sign of forecasting. It is also associated with religion. Okay, because first of all, religion is associated with teaching the in a way that can help an individual reach an optimistic state of understanding or realization and shining light onto that which is otherwise in the darkness in their life. So it helps somebody find the light in whatever way is appropriate for them, right? So you can see that Sagittarius is the torchbearer, is the one who holds the light, because it's also that sign that is approaching, if you were to look at the wheel of the year again, is approaching the darkest time of the year now, towards Capricorn, towards winter. It's towards the end of fall or autumn, where the days are just becoming darker and the light is now diminishing. But the light never really disappears, it's still there. And it's Sagittarius that holds that light, because it's optimistic. It knows that the light will start to grow again. Once winter has passed, the light will start to grow again. Hence why Sagittarius is often known as the torchbearer. And the body parts that's associated with Sagittarius are the liver and the thighs. The thighs, which are very important in movement and ensures mobility to travel in that way. The planet associated with Sagittarius is the planet of Jupiter. And you can see, of course, Jupiter is once again that planet of religion, that planet of beneficence, that planet of expansion, of optimism, of good luck. So you can see its association there with Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the one who carries the light and ensures that it survives. It's also that light of optimism when things are looking very dark. Sagittarius provides that optimism to bring more light in. Right? And it's also the sign of storytelling. And oftentimes Sagittarians who have a strong placement in Sagittarius are very good at storytelling in that way. It is the sign of illumination, focusing on the light and focusing on that truth and really practicing that particular knowledge associated with truth will lead to illumination in that way. So one of the dark sides of Sagittarius is, of course, it's got the head of the human being, which talks about its intelligence, because of course it's related with knowledge. So it's, of course, also it rules higher education. So it's got knowledge, and that the brain of the human being, but it's still got the body of the horse. So some of the animalistic tendencies are still quite strong in the Sagittarian energy. So Sagittarius likes to explore, right, and likes to always keep busy. Right? Oftentimes Sagittarius is always busy, always has something to do, and which can lead to also, because of the animalistic tendencies that are there, Sagittarius can be a little bit of a free spirit and be a little bit even promiscuous, and can't stay in one place for a long time, always likes to move around and do something else, and for that reason can kind of leave something unfinished, and also it can affect relationships in this way. But also because Sagittarius is always doing something, the energy and focus can be just scattered on many things in that way. But also when the teaching becomes too much ingrained in the identity of the Sagittarius, it can turn into preaching, especially one who is associated, especially if it's a Sagittarian teacher of religion. It can become more preaching than the actual spreading of the light of truth, so that an individual can discover their own truth from within. Okay, so that is some of the darker aspects of Sagittarius. So now you can see that now the associated tarot card of Sagittarius is Temperance. And you can see that even in the wheel of the year in the zodiac signs, Sagittarius is right in between Scorpio and Capricorn, the two darkest signs in the zodiac in the zodiac wheel of the year. Scorpio associated with death and the death card, and of course Capricorn associated with the devil card, ruled by Saturn, and Scorpio ruled by Mars. The two very dark signs, dark as in opposite of light, as in not evil, but opposite of light is all what I mean. But Sagittarius is right there in the middle, holding that torch with its light on, in that way, the torch bearer, and is tempering that light, ensuring that it's there so that it can be transmuted to its higher form. So I hope all of this makes sense, and I hope you like this video, and please, if you do, give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you, take care, and I shall see you very soon. Peace.